everybody, my name is Maddy, and we are back with another speed build. This is Umbrage or Umbrage Manor. Yeah, but I won't really be talking about the build today because I know what I'm going to be talking about in this. So, because I seem to struggle a lot with like what I'm talking about in each speed build, I thought that I would start formatting what I would talk about beforehand so I can just get, like a little more comfortable with it. And today I'm going to be talking about 50 facts about myself. It was initially going to be 100, but I've been sitting here for like an hour trying to figure out 50 by itself. So 100 is a little daunting. And we'll see if I do this again. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. But yeah, I guess we should absolutely get right into it. I only have 26 minutes, and I feel like this might take a while. My birthday is January 19th of 2001. I'm 19 years old this year. This year's birthday was my golden birthday, as it's called for where I'm from. And on my golden birthday, I went and saw Dr. Dolittle, the Robert Downey Jr. movie. So there's that. That wasn't technically a fact. That was just a little bit of bonus. I guess as I go, I'm going to talk a little bit about each fact, if that makes any sense. Number 2, I identify as a cisgender lesbian. Therefore, I am a cisgender woman. I was identified female at birth. That is the gender I identify with. And I am openly a lesbian. I'm loud and I'm pretty proud about it. Yeah, I don't really hide it. I don't exactly go up to people and be like, I'm a lesbian. Hello, nice to meet you. But I don't hide it. And if people, misinform others or assume I'm straight, I will correct them. Third, I don't like coffee that much. I drink it a lot, but I don't really like it. I prefer tea, but tea isn't always at my disposal like coffee is. And if I make it a certain very specific way, I do sort of like it. When I make my coffee, I put sugar, creamer, and milk in it. Otherwise, I don't like it at all. And even then, I still think it tastes weird and not that great. So, yeah. I am very feminine. I'm a feminine person, and I identify with a lot of, feminine things, like flowers and dresses and long hair and pink and stuff like that. I've always really enjoyed that stuff, even as a young age. I never really had, a tomboy phase. Unlike a lot of girls I know, a lot of girls that I was around and that surrounded me all went through, this weird tomboy phase where they all, became super boyish or sporty. But I never did. I stayed super girly for most of my childhood and preteen years. Yeah. Number 5, I have a dog. His name is Beethoven. I've mentioned him in other videos, especially because he's a very loud animal and he tends to make noises while I'm recording and stuff. He is an English Mastiff. He's a very large dog. You can find pictures of him on my social medias, which are linked down below if you want to see him. He doesn't have his own Twitter. He doesn't have his own Instagram account or anything like that. But if you are interested, I'd be happy to make one for him and share it. Number 6, one of my favorite hobbies is arts and crafts, and I prefer painting and coloring. I've very recently gotten way more into it than I used to be, especially because I very recently bought new paints, new paintbrushes, and colored pencils and a coloring book. And so whenever I'm not doing stuff that I need to do, rather I'm doing stuff that I do it more as meditation or relaxation type of thing instead of I don't know, like a lot of people do as a hobby, and technically I do it as a hobby, but I would say I do it more for meditation purposes. 7. We're on 7. I almost said 6. 7. I have a passion for writing. I have been writing since I was like 9 or 10 years old. I love writing stories. I love writing characters. I just love doing it. It's something I'd happily do like as a profession type of thing. It's my favorite thing to do. It can be a little frustrating from time to time, and you know, it's how I like express my emotions most of the time, so it can be very emotional, but otherwise I love it. I adore it, and it's my favorite thing in the world to do. So yeah. I just got distracted by the video. I'm going to comment and say I wish I had made the pool bigger. Instead of making it longer, I wish I had made it wider, but whatever. It's no biggie. Number 8 is, how did I discover The Sims? ? I discovered The Sims through my older sister. I have 2 older sisters. It's the one who's closer in age to me. She discovered The Sims through one of her close friends. Her close friend played the game, and my sister went over to her house, and her friend was like, hey, let's play this cool game that I like. It was The Sims 2 that I was introduced to, and I became obsessed with it. I played it all the time, and there was a very brief period in my life. I think it was like exactly when The Sims 3 was like announced and like came out and stuff, where I wasn't able to play either of the games. We just like didn't have a computer and stuff like that. I didn't exactly grow up super wealthy, but yeah, finally though, when I was about 12, I bought The Sims 3 and a couple of expansion packs with my own money, and like we went to like my mom took me and my brother to GameStop, I think it was, which I'm going to say PSA, don't support GameStop. They're a horrible company. But anyway, we went there and my mom was like, you can each get one game. Here's like $40. And it was like the bundle where you get like, I think you get like late night and like high-end loft stuff or something like that with the game. And I was able to buy pets. So that's what I used my, like, it probably was definitely more than 40 when I like say anything about it, but it was like, you know, it was that type of situation. And then I got The Sims 4 about a year after The Sims 4 came out, and I also bought that with my own money. And yeah, I found YouTube through Sims. So I don't entirely know, like, it was that thing of, I knew what YouTube was, and we did use it for other things, but, like, I, like, figured out what YouTube was through finding Sims videos. And, in fact, the videos that I watched were Life Simmer, who streams on Twitch, by the way. I know a lot of people are curious as to where she went and if she's okay. She streams on Twitch if you're interested. I really, really adore her, and I think she's awesome, and she's a huge inspiration to the, like, entire simming community, and, like, paved the way for a lot of the simming community. So, yeah, if you're interested, she streams on Twitch. I'm a night owl. I am horrible. My sleep schedule is always messy and not okay, and just I never have a consistent sleep schedule. That's the thing as well. I sleep at the weirdest times for the weirdest amount of time. Sometimes I'll sleep for like 5 hours and is unable to sleep again for like 16 hours. And then other days I'll sleep for 14 hours and be awake for, you know, however long type of thing. It varies, and it depends on all kinds of other factors. And yeah, I tend to fight with myself on my sleep schedule. And I feel like I'm always trying to fix my sleep schedule. I never feel like I have a fixed sleep schedule. So, yeah. Um, I went to an alternative high school. I've mentioned this in the past, but it's something that like I like talking about, especially because if it wasn't for going to alternative high school, I probably would have never graduated high school. It's the reason why I would happily become a teacher. It like my alternative school was a huge influence on me as a person. It's where I made friends for life. It overall was just an awesome experience. I really like pink roses. I don't know why. I've always just really, really adored pink roses. Something about them, like, catches my eye. But specifically pink roses. Other types of roses, I'm not super into. I mean, obviously, roses are gorgeous flowers. They're the, most popular flowers for a reason. But, I really, really like pink roses. I really like Hello Kitty. As you can tell, this is where I was like kind of struggling. But yes, I have had an obsession with Hello Kitty since I was a little kid. It's something that I've always just liked, and it's one of those things where Hello Kitty is like a weird consistency throughout my entire life. Like when I was a little kid, I like played with Hello Kitty stuff and like watched Hello Kitty cartoons and that kind of stuff. And then during a difficult time in my life, I sadly don't have it anymore. I got a Hello Kitty plushie that I like during a hard time in my life really like connected with and gravitated to and like used as like a comfort tool for my struggles. Sadly, I don't have it anymore. I don't know what happened to it, if I'm being honest. I have an idea, but my idea is a kind of private matter. I absolutely adore peppermint. I love peppermint flavor. I love peppermint smell. I love peppermint the plant and how it's the most invasive plant to ever exist. I just adore it. I think it's amazing. But yes, I really, really adore peppermint. I have a love-hate relationship with reading and with books. Whenever I read a book, which is very rarely because I fucking hate reading, but I know I need to read if I want to become a better writer type of thing. Whenever I read a book, I'm always like, I like it. It's not bad, but why did the writer write it like this? Or why did the writer write this thing in? I'm a super like weirdly, I'm like a harsh critic when it comes to books because it's that thing of it's just that mentality of I wouldn't have written it like this, so I don't see why the author did, So it's a weird mentality, and I don't know why I have it. Especially because I'm not exactly a great writer myself. Sorry, I just got kind of distracted by my phone. I tend to dislike movies and prefer TV shows or just shows in general. I don't know what it is. I feel like movies aren't ever enough. It always feels like too little. It always feels like there's unanswered questions. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy like a casual Disney movie or like a mindless movie from time to time. But if it's like a movie that's meant to talk about like serious topics or serious issues type of thing, or like what I've noticed have become popular lately are movies about true events or like true people. I'm always like, yeah, but there's so much more that could be here. Why aren't we talking about more? And it's very frustrating. And so I prefer TV shows that have like a season of shows. And even then, like that can feel like too little of it. So yeah. I lost my place. Oh, I'm a humanist. If you don't know what being a humanist is, it's just like a mentality, I guess, where like I put humans very high type of thing. Like I think all human life is important. I think humans are, very great and intelligent, but we're gonna probably be our own downfall type of thing. I'm not really someone who, like, I don't know, it's strange. Like, I think everyone should be treated like a person no matter what, which can be quite controversial depending on what you're talking about, you know? And especially because a lot of people in our modern times, it's not even really modern times. You can't blame it on that. People back in the day were worse, but people tend to lack empathy, and I'm happy to say that I am not really one of those people. I have a lot of empathy, too much sometimes. Now onto a lighter topic. I like painting my nails. It's something that I do to like relax myself. I got more into painting my nails when I discovered Simply Nailogical, who's a popular nail. She's not really anymore, but she was like super into painting nail tutorials type of thing, and I really discovered that I like painting my nails and being creative with my nails through her. So yeah, it's something that I do as like a meditation thing, or like just, you know, just to chill out and do something a little different. And it's always fun to paint your nails. It makes you feel real like pretty and stuff. And I tend to paint my nails bright red. So there's that. I tend to always just go with the same color for a prolonged period of time. And right now it is red. Next is, I prefer cherry cola. When I drink pop, which I don't do very much. I used to drink an unhealthy, ungodly amount of pop. But I've really grown out of that, and I don't really do it anymore. But yeah, I feel like I'm not going quick enough. I graduated from high school early, which is a huge accomplishment of mine, especially because for a long time I didn't think I was actually going to graduate high school. My weird talent, everyone's always like, what's your weird talent? My weird talent is that I'm really good at doing dishes, which I don't know what that means or what it is, but everyone in my family is always like, Maddy, you gotta do the dishes, because you're just like, I think it's a thing of, I don't do the dishes lazily like a lot of other people do or tend to. I like genuinely take my time when I'm doing the dishes and make sure they come clean, which is a huge thing my family like gets into arguments about and debates about, is that the dishes are always lazily washed. I love true crime. I can't really get too into that because that's its own thing, but I'd actually really like to like go to school for criminology or something similar. So yeah. My favorite YouTubers tend to be Irish YouTubers. Like, I really like Jacksepticeye. I love RT Game, or Call Me Kevin, or, you know, just, I don't know why, or I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're more charming. I don't think it's the fact that they're Irish. I don't think that really has anything to do with it. I really tend to like Irish YouTubers. So, yeah. And continuing on from that, I would love to live in Ireland. And continuing from that, I really like Ireland, and I love its history and its culture. I'm a little bit of a history buff, not too much, but a little bit. And there's something about, like, Irish history and culture that has always, like, drawn my attention. It's something that I don't think is, like, talked about enough or is, like addressed enough type of thing. But yeah, I really like Ireland and Irish culture and Irish people and all kinds of things. I love a quote-unquote witchy aesthetic. I didn't realize this until very recently in life, when I started to like decorate my room and stuff, but I like things that are like stereotypically witchy, I guess. Like, I like moons, and I like gold, and I like the color black, despite the fact that I've always thought I was a super colorful person, you know? But it's that thing of, my, which I'm a colorful person is one of my facts, so there goes that. But related to I love a witchy aesthetic, I also love a 70s aesthetic, which those two aesthetics of mine seem to clash so much because they're so different. but I've been able to incorporate them together in a weird way that really flows and that I really like. So yeah, I like the 70s and I like witchy aesthetics, whatever that might mean. I collect lotion is 29 facts in, which I don't know what else to say about that other than I have a huge lotion collection. I like clutter. I tend to be really messy and just have a lot of clutter just around type of thing. But yeah, I don't really believe in minimalism that much. Not with like things. With other stuff, yes, but with like things or objects or things you enjoy, just have as much as of it as you want. There's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, clutter also helps things feel more cozy and lived in. I prefer warm temperatures. I don't like being cold, especially when I'm sleeping. I like to feel very warm. I have a tendency to have nightmares or sleep paralysis, and a cold environment can encourage nightmares and sleep paralysis. I rarely follow YouTube drama, and I don't really like popular YouTubers. It's not that I dislike them actively, it's that I've never been able to get into a lot popular YouTubers' content, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't want to give names, especially because I don't want people to be, like, upset with me. But, yeah, I've never been able to get into, like, super well-known YouTubers' content, if that makes any sense. There are some exceptions to that rule, obviously, but, like, for the most part, the, like, popular YouTuber at the moment is never really one that I watch type of thing. My favorite colors are green and pink. I tend not to favor things or have favorites, like when it comes to movies or TV shows or like video games or anything like that. I tend to not, really favor anything. We're in the last 5 minutes and I still have so many to go. So I'm going to quickly just speed through this. I love dragons. I love musicals. I look up to Amelia Clark a lot. I'm bad with fashion. I am easily discouraged. I'm argumentative. I like salad. Salad's like my favorite food. I'm super clumsy, which I know every person says that, but I genuinely feel like I'm clumsier than the average person. And I'm not sure why. I don't know. Oh, I can't read my own handwriting. I'm very maternal, despite not wanting to be a mom. I knew I was going to confuse myself with the way I wrote that. And we're in the screenshots. I wish I was better with money. I am like very shitty with money. Like I just don't do well with my money, and I wish I was better at it. I collect cups. I'm a bit of a collector. I have a sweet tooth. I don't really like my own voice. But I mean, that's kind of part of what doing YouTube is my voice. I dislike jewelry. I don't really wear jewelry. I do have a tattoo choker on that I wear all the time, but otherwise I don't like jewelry. And then finally, the 50th fact is, if I had to describe myself in one word, that word would be familiar. And I know that's confusing, but I don't know how to explain it. I just identify with the word familiar a lot. I feel like that's my general personality, is like I feel familiar to other people, and I don't know if it's because I'm really friendly or if it's because I am maternal or what it is, but I feel like that's just like my general vibe is like familiar, I like that I am able to make other people feel more comfortable or more secure or safe or whatever, and yeah, I really like that ability in myself. So, yeah. I'm sorry I had to rush through the rest of that so quick. I maybe should have taken a little more time or talked about some other things a little bit more. Or maybe didn't spend so much time talking about some other stuff. But yeah, I'm still kind of new to this. And yeah, I'm still new to voiceovers. If you liked the video, please let me know by liking, commenting, or subscribing. And yeah, I guess that's all. I'm gonna try and do stuff like this more often. And maybe in the next speed build or voiceover or whatever, I can talk a little bit more about some of the stuff on my list that I wanted to talk about.
I've been there, but I have to stay afloat. It's not easy. Be a person you don't want. Can somebody take me other thing? Going to do. Where's the life I? Where's my shy? Who is this called living? I don't know. Where's the life I? Where's my shy? Who is this called living? I don't know. I don't wanna grow. Just live myself. I don't wanna grow. The things I left behind me. I don't wanna grow. Just live myself. I don't wanna grow. The things I left behind me. Just live behind me. Just live behind me. Look behind me.